And tonight for testimony, we have Dereck.
Alright, so my name's Dereck.
Hi, Dereck.
So, let's see here. I started my journey back in 1984. And, as my childhood, I grew up. It was a pretty nice childhood. The bills were paid, the lights were on, food's on the table. My parents, my grandparents, my grandpa was Missouri State Highway Patrol and retired from there, and so did his brother, and also the Navy, so it was kind of a strict, growing up on that side. And my dad kind of started away from there, and he was kind of he's an alcoholic, and so was his brother. But my aunt is really religious, and so I got to go to church with my aunt and my cousins on the weekends. I was saved when I was pretty young, saved and baptized at an early age, not really knowing, too much about religion and Christianity and God, but kind of started away from there as I got older. I just went through childhood pretty easily. Got into high school or junior high, and the books really wasn't my thing. It was more hanging out with the crowd that I shouldn't be hanging out with, and so started dabbling in alcohol and marijuana. My stepdad at this time, and when I was in junior high, my mom got with my stepdad. They were together 27 years, and he co-owned 2 different bars. So him co-owning 2 different bars, I kind of was raised in a bar atmosphere. So parents were late at night closing the bar, and I'm having to do junior high as an only child, so nobody's at home, so I'm just with my friends a lot. And all we wanted to do was take my mom's marijuana and go smoke joints and drink too. So that's the next thing you know, I'm 21, sitting in the bar, and a guy that I was getting my marijuana from had some cocaine, and he's like, so I tried that, right around my 21st birthday, and then I got with this girl, and she's like, hey, my brother's coming from Kansas City, he's got some stuff, she's like that. I'm like, cool. So I go out to the car, and he had some lines broke up, and it was methamphetamine, and I thought it was cocaine. So that took off with my meth use, and that took me down through there for a few years, probably 7, 8 years. Wound up an IV drug user, and it was just a wild ride. It didn't take too long after that to find the penitentiary. We did 6 out of 7 years in the penitentiary. 4 years at a level 5 penitentiary, and found out, that's not really the direction I wanted to lead my life. Sitting there with, these guys going to the chow hall, and he's threatening to cut somebody's head off because he made a mess on his table that's his table for the rest of his life. He's going to sit there. So you better clean that table up or you're done, I don't want to live this life. So getting out of about a year to the door, I started trying to figure out what am I going to do to fix my life. And I seen a pamphlet there and had core on it, and I'm like, well, I didn't want to go to St. Louis, I didn't want to go to Kansas City because I'm from Columbia, and the highway 2 hours this way is St. Louis, and 2 hours that way is Kansas City. I've been there long enough up and down the highway to find what I didn't need to know. So down here is a direction I didn't really spend much time, I don't know nobody. So I'm like, let's go down and see what the pour is about, That was in 2019, and I seen our good friend Buddy in Springfield Corps. I think it's the first guy that presented the CSR class for me, and I got to see the psychoignition in the 12-step program. And I was like, wow, you know, that's my life on that board right there. So it kind of hit home, and I think I'm in the right spot. So I went on from there. The Corps was a little bit too big, kind of not really the atmosphere that I wanted. I did end up drinking a little bit, and I got put out of that program, which gave me the opportunity to find this great program in 2020. And you know, working these 12 steps and being in church and putting God back in my life, it's just really kind of opened the door and opened my eyes to in the direction that I want to go. Finding a pretty good job, career path, something I enjoy doing and look forward to every day. And church is kind of just a good balance. And I've been doing this thing here. I've been clean from hard substances since 2017. I've been alcohol and marijuana free for 16 months.
Yeah.
Just continue to work these steps, these 12 steps. I'm continuing to work these 12 steps. They're working miracles in my life. I've been afforded the opportunity, you know, to give back and to give back to my fellow addicts and alcoholics. You know, to kind of spread the message and spread the word. I've had the opportunity to take Skip's class, which really helps me in trying to give back and present these 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous to you guys. So, just going to continue with that. That's what I got.
Yeah.